Chapter 1. Pierce. Fair warning, I've never been what you'd call a happy vampire. Definitely not today, of all days. As of a few minutes ago, I'd been immortal for exactly 100 years. It was midnight, the witching hour, so my death day had just officially begun, and I was milking the pain for everything it was worth. My pale hands were wrapped around a glass of red wine, and the cheerful orange light of the fire burning in the fireplace danced all around my one-room cabin, doing jack squat to dispel the sourness of my mood. Outside the single square window beside my front door, thick flakes of snow lazily fluttered past, but they fell faster and faster with each passing moment. I'd been watching it since it had started. Within minutes, the snow had transformed the landscape beyond my cabin into a haunting vista of ghostly bluish-white and otherworldly violet. But that was to be expected. I was high up in the Cascade Mountain Range, which separates the eastern part of Washington from the smaller, but more well-populated western part of the state. It snowed here in the mountains all the time. Granted, it was early March, so it was a little late in the season for snow, and yes, I was sulking. Sue me. As if on cue, my phone rang, interrupting my wallowing. "Pierce," I answered, without even bothering to look at the screen. Only a handful of people had this number. "What's happened? You know this is the one day—" "No," Nathaniel, my maker, interrupted. "Nothing has happened. I'm calling to give you my condolences." Nathaniel is the vampire king of Seattle, and I am his only progeny. Which makes me a prince, if you want to get technical about it. But those are just the stuffy, antiquated titles our people should have, but haven't, let go of. A vampire king, or queen, of course, is essentially just the ruler of their territory. They're kind of like a combination of a mayor and a CEO. Nathaniel's territory included the entire Seattle metropolitan area, so nearly 1 million people. Granted, most of them were everyday, mundane folks who had no idea vampires existed in the first place. Still, it was a lot of lives for him to be responsible for, and it was a lot of power, too, I suppose. In lesser hands, that power might have been a corrupting force, but that wasn't really who he was to me at all. Instead, Nathaniel was the one person in the world who knew me inside and out. I would gladly have given my life for him, and then I'd ask if he needed anything else. But today was sacred, damn it. "Are you being an ass right now?" I demanded, scandalized. "On my death day?" "Guilty as charged." He chuckled, and I could practically hear him rolling his eyes. I pictured a wide, indulgent smile on his face. "I'm also calling to let you know you can have the weekend if you want. You never take a day off, and I figured you might want some more time away." "On the eve of war?" I demanded, blinking in surprise. Because Seattle witches had been turning up dead for several months, their bodies left on full public display for anyone, mainly humans, to see, and obviously murdered by vampires, we were about a half-inch from outright war with the Seattle Coven. They believed we were allowing the killings to happen instead of what we were actually doing, which was scouring the city for the culprit day and night so we could put an end to it. "The witches haven't declared war yet. Maybe they won't. Maybe we'll catch the vampire responsible for the killings before they do. Enjoy this while you can." He paused. "And if you want more time, you can have it. You can have as much time as you need."